I'm Debbie Godfrey. Welcome to the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast.
Today's pep talk, I want to talk about the importance of physical touch and how much this can help you in disciplining your children, as well as just the importance of touch in general. Now, most of us learn when we have babies, infants, they tell us all of the things to do to, hold our babies and to stroke the babies. And it's always better to cuddle them while you're nursing them and that sort of thing. But as they get older, the touch is still very important. And one of the reasons that it's so important is that brain development actually occurs as a result of being touched. So the first 2 years of life is key in that half of all of the neuron connections that happen our entire lives happen the first year of life. And half of what's left, or a total of 75%, happens by the end of the second year of life. So those first 2 years are really key to the brain getting wired together correctly, which is why it's so important, all the things that we learn to do with our infants in order to interact and play with them. Most of these things are natural, the way we coo to them, the way we talk to them, the way we jingle and jangle things at them, the way we mirror them, the way we hold them, all of these things assist in the brain making neuron connections in the ways that help kids grow and be hooked up or wired correctly. So, what does this have to do with discipline? Well, touching is a key part of being able to communicate and connect with your kids. So, always remembering to touch your child in a loving way when you want to talk to them. Reach out and put a hand on their back, or hold their hand, or stroke their arm, or my oldest daughter loved me putting her hair behind her ears. That was really nurturing to her. So touch can be a great way to connect and communicate, as well as it's mirroring that early development of the brain connections and the soothing nature. And it's funny because the research on this has come from researchers who studied orphans in Romania and found that when the brain did not get wired together correctly in those first couple of years of life, it was a lot of it was due to lack of touch. And there were protocols that these researchers developed to reestablish connections in the brain where they weren't established previously. And some of the things that are really simple and easy to remember, for example, you can stroke your child's arm from their shoulder to their wrist. This is a soothing type of touch. So you put your hand on their shoulder and just stroke their arm all the way down and then give a light squeeze in their wrist. And you can do this, if you do this 30 times, it's actually a soothing, comforting treatment protocol for kids with attachment disorder. And what I found for my kids who weren't attachment disordered was that it was just a soothing touch. They liked it. You could see how it kind of made them chill out. So I think with all of our kids, we can use ideas that they got to help kids that were in bad situations, but we can still use those ideas to make our kids have more loving connections anyway. And I found it to just be really fun and interesting to see how that affects them. Another thing that they found was that when kids are up on their knees and kind of hunched over the way that they naturally do at their desks, that's a learning physical posture that they take. When we force kids to sit up straight in their chairs and put their backs straight up, it actually is an inhibitory type of learning stance. And so it's interesting because kids will naturally do what they need in order to learn best, and we can support that. So today, touch your kids. Have a great day. Happy parenting.
Thank you so much for joining me here at the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast. I assume you're here because you're getting something out of these daily pep talks. And wouldn't it be great if more parents could hear more about these ideas for their children? And you can help me in a great way by liking the episodes, by sharing them on your social media, and especially by providing a review on your platform of choice. So if you could do me a huge favor and do that, it would really help get this out to many, many, many more parents. And we can all help our children feel more seen, heard, and understood, which is my life's work, is to make sure that all children feel loved and appreciated and that we can discipline them without breaking their spirit. So I hope that you've enjoyed these podcasts and will continue to enjoy them. And I really appreciate any support you can give me here at Positive Parenting Pep Talks. Thank you so much. Have a great day and happy parenting.